Detroit Lions defense has shown progress, but the cornerback position remains a key area of concern in 2023. Last season, the Lions allowed one of the highest averages of passing yards per game in the league, giving up 247 yards. Despite making significant offseason investments, they managed to reduce that number to 226.7 yards per game in 2024, marking an improvement, but still ranking only 19th in the defensive standings. While there have been strides, some analysts believe the Lions' secondary still needs reinforcements, especially for a team aiming for a deep playoff run. If you're excited about the Lions' future and want to stay updated on all the latest team news, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like, activate notifications, and join this passionate community of Lions fans. Together, let's gear up for a big season. One potential solution gaining traction in the rumor mill is a possible trade for Buffalo Bills cornerback Elam. Elam is a talented player who has had limited opportunities due to the depth of the Bills' defensive roster. Recent rumors suggest that GM Brad Holmes might be preparing a move to bring Elam to the Lions. Elam was selected 23rd overall by the Bills in the 2022 draft. Standing at 6 feet 2 inches and weighing 190 pounds, he has the size and speed to take on the NFL's top receivers, along with strong coverage skills and football intelligence. However, since arriving in Buffalo, Elam has struggled to secure a starting role, with Christian Benford and Tre'Davious White holding down the cornerback spots. Despite limited playing time, Elam has shown his opportunities, showing impressive production in 2024. In just 15 coverage snaps, he has yet to allow a reception, earning an 88.3 Pro Football Focus (PFF) grade, placing him among the league's top cornerbacks right now. Elam's appeal to the Lions, aside from his solid 2024 performance, lies in his potential. At just 23 years old, he still has plenty of room to grow and could become a key piece in Detroit's secondary. With players like Carlton Davis, Tyon Arnold, and Amick Robertson on the roster, Elam could compete for a starting spot or offer valuable depth, a necessity in a league where multiple quality cornerbacks are essential. Despite his current strong performance, Elam's first 2 seasons in the NFL fell short of expectations. In 2022, he allowed a 76.9% completion rate and a 109.5 passer rating when targeted, and these numbers didn't improve much in 2023, with a 75.6% completion rate and a 98.9 passer rating. However, it's important to note that he has only played 16 career games, with 8 starts, a relatively small sample size for a young cornerback adjusting to the NFL's speed and offensive complexity. The Lions' defense has shown efficiency, but still lacks dominance. The addition of Marcus Davenport significantly boosted the pass rush, but his season-ending injury left a void. Trading for Elam would bring in a young, talented cornerback with contractual control for a few more years, addressing the team's needs at the position without straining the budget. The big question is, would the Bills be willing to part with Elam? Currently performing well in the AFC, Buffalo might be in a position to trade him, especially since their secondary is solid with Benford and White. A trade could bring valuable draft capital or other assets to Buffalo, particularly in areas like the offensive line or running game, where the Bills still need reinforcements. If the Lions were to land Elam, it would be another step toward building a young, strong defense that has shown signs of improvement but still has room to grow. Head coach Dan Campbell and defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn have demonstrated their ability to develop talent and maximize players' potential, especially younger ones. Elam, with his combination of physical attributes, speed, and intelligence, would fit perfectly into the Lions' culture of hard work and continuous growth. Now, thinking about how Elam could directly impact the Lions' defense, his ability to play press coverage could be a game-changer, particularly against elite wide receivers. The NFL is a pass-heavy league, and having a cornerback who can neutralize deep threats is critical for any team with playoff aspirations. Elam brings just that, the ability to go head-to-head with the league's best receivers, along with defensive flexibility that would help Detroit cover gaps created by injuries throughout the season. Another intriguing aspect is the energy Elam could bring to the Lions' locker room. Young players with something to prove often inject extra motivation into a team. He would arrive in Detroit with a desire to prove he belongs as an NFL starter, which could elevate the competitive atmosphere in practice and, ultimately, the team's performance on game days. From a financial planning perspective, acquiring Elam would be a smart move by Brad Holmes, as he's still on his rookie contract. This would allow the Lions to strengthen the cornerback position without hurting their salary cap. It also gives the team more flexibility for future moves, whether it's pursuing another impactful player or extending contracts for key pieces on the roster. Of course, the big question remains, are the Lions willing to give up what it takes to make this trade happen? And on the other side, are the Bills ready to part ways with a young player with such high potential? The answers to these questions could shape the future of the Lions' defense for the rest of the season. But looking ahead, it's undeniable that adding a player like Elam could elevate Detroit's defense to the next level. With the NFC North more competitive than ever, and the Lions pushing for a deep playoff run, every detail matters. Adding Elam could be exactly what the secondary needs to shut down opposing aerial attacks and give the team a legitimate shot at going all the way. Lions fans, what do you think about this possibility? Would bringing Elam be the turning point for the defense, or are there other areas that need more urgent attention? Comment below and share your thoughts on the team's future. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now and activate notifications so you don't miss any updates about our Detroit Lions. Let's follow the team's journey to success together. As a Lions fan, I think bringing in Elam would be a very smart move. The secondary has definitely shown progress, but it's still an area that needs more consistency if we want to seriously compete in the playoffs. Elam, despite not having many opportunities in Buffalo, has a high ceiling and would fit well into Dan Campbell's philosophy of developing young talent. What excites me most is Elam's potential to become the cornerback who can shut down the opposing team's top receiver, something we desperately need. The NFL is increasingly focused on the passing game, and even with improvements, our defense still allows too many yards. Elam has the physical traits and smarts to change that. Plus, he's still on his rookie contract, meaning we can strengthen a crucial position without jeopardizing the team's future financial flexibility. I know some might say we need more pass rush, especially with Marcus Davenport's injury, and I agree that's important. But having a solid secondary makes the defensive line's job easier, and Elam can contribute to that. He may not have shown his full potential yet, but in a scheme that favors his ability to play press coverage, like ours, I believe he could thrive. In the end, I see this as a gamble with much more upside than risk. Elam is only 23 years old with plenty of room to grow. If we can acquire him at a fair price, he could become a cornerstone of this defense for years to come. And let's be honest, watching our defense finally become a dominant unit is what every Lions fan wants. Now we wait to see if Brad Holmes pulls the trigger on this trade. If it happens, I think the fans will be excited,